sir, to give the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, one and all. I would like to welcome all of you for this particular International Women's Day celebration of from IEEE Bangalore section. So we started thinking that we'll have some sort of a section-wise activity, but I was just trying to see who is the person who can supersede all our 6 past women chairs who are there at a different level of achievements. So I was, the first name what I got was Lieutenant General Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar, whom we have been interacting for a particular project. And it was nice that Madam told that as a team, so team of CDAC and team of IEEE Bangalore section. So that's how the whole thing has been there. For people who are not familiar with the chief guest, I'll just have a small paragraph, which is I have taken from the website only. This is for the rest of the people who don't know Lieutenant General Dr. Madhuri Ketkar, the VSM, and is serving as a general officer in the Indian Army. She is the third woman in the Indian Armed Forces to be promoted to 3-star rank. After Lieutenant Punita Arora and Air Marshal Padma Bandyopadhyay, she currently serves as Deputy Chief of Integrated Defense Staff Medical under the Chief of Defense Staff. Kanitkar also served on the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, PM STAC. So this is a very brief for whatever the achievements Madam has done. I thought that we'll listen more than sort of having the brief introduction in place. Madam, it's over to you.
Thank you so much for all competent, capable people and all in the engineering and computer fields. I am totally diverse in our medical field, but we have a common passion. We have a common passion to join hands together to find solutions. And I think this is what matters. And everywhere I've been trying to promote this, that unless we work together, unless we collaborate, we are not going to find solutions to problems. So today, when the theme of, firstly at the outset, I congratulate all of you for the Women's Day, not just the women. Because when we say woman, we have man as part of the woman, he is part of she, male is part of female. So, and the nicest one I got today that without her, even hero is zero. So, so I think what is important is, we constitute a 50%, but no one is complete unless you have your complement and you have a team. And in a team, the gender is not important. And we all are lucky. We are empowered. We have reached our particular goals with hard work and determination. Each one will have a story to share with people. But what is important is, having reached here, how can we empower more women right from the young girls and make a difference in their lives if we want to take the country forward? So when we choose to challenge is the theme this year. But I have added a little subscript to that, that we need to choose to challenge, but with a responsibility. Choose to challenge with a commitment. And when you can choose to challenge to make a difference. And since I always love to say that I feel very lucky to be wearing 3 hats of a doctor, a soldier, and a teacher, having been the dean at the Armed Forces Medical College, I feel these 3 things also have to come together. The left brain and the right brain have to come together. And so as my information changed to knowledge and knowledge changed to wisdom, I realized the importance of collaborating, of doing away with the I and moving towards a we. Because when we move from illness to wellness, the I goes away and the we comes in. So this is something so important, and I'm really lucky that all my projects today are across the left brain and the right brain, the heart and the head have combined. So at the moment, I'm doing 3 projects with 3 CDACs. One is with a very big leap we've taken to bring in mental well-being using technology to the doorsteps of the people. I can't do it, CDAC can't do it, but when we join hands together, we can do it. Whether it's the telemedicine platform, the way we've combined, joined hands to take technology. And the future of the country, as our Prime Minister has also said, is when scientific logic meets the social science. So it has to be science and technology which would see the future of our country going this. So where comes that responsibility? What is the choose to challenge with the responsibility? It is when I don't challenge. If I'm still not evolved, I try to see how other women can learn to mouth it comes to difficult decisions, difficult times, can they reach out to the more evolved women to make a change in policy, to make a change for other women to join in? So women would be the biggest support system of other women. And the second part is that having reached there, do I make a responsibility? Am I opening my mouth to challenge a system or an organization for myself? Then that is not choosing to challenge. Choosing to challenge is when, as a soldier, we are taught the country comes first, your organization next, your team comes thereafter, and you come last. So, if you choose to challenge for something to bring about a change for the country or a change for your organization, change for other women in society who need educated women like us to take, I think we will act to the men and women have to join. It is only competency and not gender which matters. And it is only a capability. So let all keep learning, unlearning, adapting, because knowledge is changing so fast. So in this evolving situation, if we can all join and come as competent people, capable people, and give us the courage of conviction, we can choose to challenge to make a difference. I think these are some of the words I wanted to share with you. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. All the best to all the women who have reached wherever they are still scaling heights, and all the men who are evolved, who are you need women's liberation, you need men's liberation. And you all are the men who've come on this platform to celebrate women, to celebrate this day, to make a difference. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Just 2 minutes, we'll take a photo, this one, with the videos on, please, Shrikant. Because madam will drop.
Yes, sir.
Shrikant, go ahead. Chengappa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's done? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for Shrikant, you want to display the virtual
Yeah.
plate?
Yes, sir. Chengappa, sir. So on behalf of IEEE Bangalore section and IEEE Bangalore section Women in Engineering Affinity Group, so we thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time. Even in your busy schedule, you have given your thoughtful process and you have shared your experience and what we supposed to be done in the coming years. As you mentioned, the technology is changing very fast. So we'll take these words very seriously. And not only the woman, as you mentioned, gentlemen also, both together will work for the betterment of the society. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. All the best to you. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shrikant?
Yes, sir. So next, I would like to
First,
invite.
I think Shrikant is there. CDAC Shrikant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there, sir. I'm there.
Thank you. Yeah. If you want, you can
Thank
be
you, sir.
there or you can drop.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there, sir. Yeah, no, sir.
Okay.
I listen to the conference in the.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Okay, Shrikant, go ahead. IEEE.
Yeah. Okay. So next, we have one WIE past chair, Dr. Lakshmi ma'am. I request ma'am to share her experience and stories so that we all get inspired, and in similar way we can also contribute to the society. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shrikant. Thank you, Dr. Bindu Madhavan. It was such a wonderful 10-minute talk by Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanetkar. My God. Even those few minutes, we learnt a lot. It was real nuggets, I should say. Thank you very much for this opportunity to listening out to her. So anyway, wish you all a very happy Women's Day and choose to challenge, as Madam said, collaboration. I would like to add another word called accountability. So without accountability, we cannot move forward. So people have to take responsibility and accountability in order to move on. So my story in Women in Engineering, you'll all be surprised to know that I was a very shy person initially. Had in fact, even after my PhD, I was okay managing. But after I joined Women in Engineering, and thanks to Dr. Ramakrishna, Dr. Srinivas, who made me the chair for Women in Engineering. So we had the first conference of Women in Engineering, and that's when I met Dr. Deepa Shenoy and Dr. Ramlata Madam, and we did the International Women Week on it. And it was such a struggle for me. I didn't know anything, but still moved on, learn, and I think I spent 2 days preparing for the introductory speech for that international conference. Okay, so that's where I started. Maybe it was sometime in 2009 or so. Then moved on, and basically Women in Engineering, being a volunteer, helped me to build my self-image, self-confidence, I would like to say. And I made lot of good professional friends. All of them, like even anytime, any moment, any particular thing I need to know, I can just pick my phone and talk to them. It is such a wonderful place here that we can network with professionals and we can collaborate, we help each other, see what best we can do. And especially when it comes to conferences, I think now we have reached a stage where conducting conferences is not a big deal for women in engineering at all. As Dr. Srinivas and I think Dr. Bindu Madhav also has been sort of nudging us or forcing, I don't call it forcing us, we should move on to the next level of being very much more technically oriented. So we need to do programs which are like maybe in 5G, we should pick up people. In fact, today in our office, we had a full day session and we had women inventors speak about their experiences, about how they did the invention. So I think we have to start bringing people who are working in for futuristic technologies like 5G, 4G, maybe blockchain and AI, big data. We have number of things. So that's when the young girls and others also get a feeling that they can also do something. Otherwise, they feel that it is a big mountain, they cannot handle it and things like that. So we should make it more simple for them. And of course, conferences like Connect have helped many of the women in engineering volunteers and students and professionals, because in the track they get a lot of space to tell about their own work and discuss and understand and collaborate. So this is so that is what that this is my story. And not only in as a volunteer, I have excelled, I should say, in my own professional life in CDOT. So I have now, I'm a head for intellectual property rights. I head the knowledge management. I head marketing, and IEEE has taught me one more very important thing is the integrity. You know, I mean, this the ethics and integrity with which people work is really awesome and very commendable. So based on that, I'm also a vigilance officer in CETA. So there is always a balance, I should say, between, and of course, I should thank my family for being such a supportive. For I mean, I used to spend quite a bit after office hours with IEEE and things like that. And trying to help or do a conference, do a talk or something. But now it is much more easier being at home and doing things. So it's really a great journey, and I enjoyed every bit. And definitely, I always prefer to be in the present. So I do enjoy my day to day, and I wish each one of you a very happy Women's Day, and enjoy yourself and enjoy your day ahead and year ahead. And I thank all the professionals, men or women. You know, I mean, we shouldn't be celebrating Women's Day. I think we should be celebrating success of any of the technology which we have done to take it to the masses. Say, for example, if we can do something to differently able, because that is what is the ultimate goal of IEEE, to be helpful to the humanity. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and good evening and good day. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. So we have a virtual moment for you. Thanks for sharing your valuable thoughts and your experience. So, Chengappa sir. So before he displaying the memento now. So next our special guest is Dr. Deepa Shenoy ma'am. So she is also WIE past chair from 2010 to 2014 and currently chair-elect of IEEE Bangalore section. So I request Deepa ma'am, please share your experience so that we all get inspired by you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Srikanth. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Good evening. It's a wonderful gesture by IEEE Bangalore section to remember volunteers. They say teachers, doctors, and volunteers are never remembered after the job is done. But IEEE Bangalore section and our chair Bindu Madhava sir proved it wrong, and this gesture only makes us work better. Thank you so much. My journey as a WI member started long ago. I worked as a vice chair, WI committee member international in 2013, and advisor now. And the journey is pretty amazing and wonderful. I came across some wonderful people and leaders and made friends for my lifetime. And people started identifying me as WIE rather than Deepa Shenoy. They always identify me as IEEE member, IEEE volunteer, or WI. Thank you so much for this. Okay, this year's theme is choose to challenge. On personal front, I want to challenge the restrictions in my body and mind as I age and prove that age is just a number. want to push myself to learn better technology, enhance fitness level so that I can volunteer better. Choose is also to fight against gender bias and fight for equality and inclusive society. This is what I heard throughout the day while driving in FM 104. But dear friends, let us assume that if this world is full of only men and only women, life becomes very dull and boring. So let us stop complaining and start complimenting each other, complement each other's skill, help each other, and make this place a better place to live and volunteer. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am, for your wonderful words and inspiration. So our next special guest, Dr. Shujata Diyan. She was a past WI chair 2016 and 2017 and current SAC chair IEEE Bangalore section. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shrikant sir. Good evening, everyone. Happy Women's Day to all of you. Kudos to all the men who are in this team. I take this occasion to appreciate and congratulate all of you for helping women in your life by supporting with a lot of encouragement and guidance. I have got that from IEEE, quite a lot from a lot of men. So thank you so much for whatever you have given to me. Just like my alma mater, my place of work, BMS College of Engineering, though I'm not from BMS, I'm in BMS from such a long time that I do consider it as my alma mater too. IEEE is exactly similar to it, more specifically on the Bangalore section, just because we are given lots and lots of opportunity. People talk about diversity inclusion at many places. Women should be treated on par with men. But what I've observed is just like how I see in BMS, IEEE also is actually a role model section, I think, for all the sections that I've seen. There's nothing like gender bias. Rather, we are given more opportunities. Every committee we look at, we have both men and women. I think that is also one of the reasons that how each of us think is slightly different. So IEEE Bangalore section is doing a great job. So thank you for all of it. My journey in IEEE started in 2016 as a Women in Engineering chair. Thanks to my mentors, both Lakshmi ma'am and Deepa ma'am, and then the chair of IEEE Bangalore section, Ravi Kiran sir, for giving me an opportunity to step into IEEE Bangalore section into the HCCOM. However, with Deepa madam's guidance, I was working as secretary, vice chair, member of the WIE committee, and all such things. But however, getting an entry into IEEE Bangalore section, the first thing that I was pushed on to is WIEGS 2016. I still remember. Though I had a little bit of experience on organizing conference, interacting with people, it was a different challenge, a different ball game for me to connect to both Dr. Janina and Dr. Celia for the first time. And of course, we did not have a very big team as how WIE is built right now. It's a very, very vibrant, huge team. So me and Sadhana ma'am, I still remember how we worked the entire team and made sure WIGS we put across a good show from IEEE Bangalore section. Another milestone that I still remember is IEEE ANTS, where for the first time in 2016, with the mentorship of Lakshmi ma'am and Deepa ma'am and Pamela ma'am, we were able to have a WIE track. The same thing is being continued and women researchers are given a lot of opportunities. So this is actually a nostalgic time for me to think about all such things that have happened. IEEE has given me many things, as Lakshmi ma'am was telling, confidence. Yes, my confidence has improved, and definitely I feel I can do much, much better. Choose to challenge for me is, along with responsibility, accountability, I say togetherness. As Deepa ma'am rightly told, the societies or the world will be definitely boring with more of men or more of women. We need to have a balance of both, hold hands together and work. I would love to collaborate. So we need to bring in more collaboration in terms of probably research work or projects together. Probably all of us are busy with many things. I would definitely like to collaborate with each one of you on various occasions and contribute something to the growth of the humanity, or contribute something where we make a difference into the world where we live in. I would like to thank Bindu Madhav sir for this fantastic initiative and a wonderful gift of giving us an opportunity to listen to Dr. Madhuri. It was excellent. She is very inspiring. I think that 10 minutes pushed in a lot of energy to us. Lastly, I would like to thank Shrikant sir for making this dream, or rather the initiative of IEEE Bangalore section into a reality. Thank you all for giving me confidence, encouragement, support, and guidance as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful words and inspiration and sharing your experience. So next we have Dr. Annapurna Patil. She was the past WI Chair 2018, and she currently a branch counselor of MSRIT branch. And it's my pleasure to work with Annapurna Patil ma'am during 2018 as a SAC co-chair. So I also learned a lot of things. So now I request ma'am to share your journey and give your valuable inputs. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, one and all present here. Shrikant, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Yeah. I wish to start giving a few, sharing a few lines with everyone, but my memories way back goes to my father. My first role model was my father, only because he was one who elevated my mother. We could see this in our upbringing, and I'm very fortunate. I've been telling this in most of the forms that I'm really blessed to have always good people around me. So this was the encouragement by my father, where my mother was a researcher in drugs. She was a PhD in organic chemistry, but she was the person who was the one and only one principal, woman principal in a 100-year-old institute. So my inspiration just starts from there. I define myself to be a human being first, a passionate teacher next, a mother, and then a wife, a sister, a friend, etc. All these people who have joined us this evening, they're all my mentors. I wish to wholeheartedly thank one and all. I know people do connect with me, and I understand that they are able to feel that I am wholeheartedly thankful to one and all who have just pulled me together to be a volunteer at IEEE Bangalore session. My journey at IEEE started in 2003. I was the first member of IEEE, where my guru, Dr. Ramnath sir, I have to remember him today, Dr. Rajnikant sir, these were very dynamic gentlemen who never differentiated between a girl or a boy, or a woman or a man. I was given all the rights to put forth my ideas, to fight with them, to argue, and also to succeed. So my huge pranams to all my gurus, including Dr. Ramnath sir, as well as Dr. Rajnikant sir. Not to miss the present mentors, whether it is the women mentors or the males out there who have never treated me as somebody who cannot compete equally with the other men. So we have been doing a great work together as volunteers with so many of them, whether it is Shujata or Shrikant or Vipashana madam or whoever it is. We have been doing great jobs together. So my memory is just refreshed when we were talking about IEEE ANTS as volunteering at IAC in 2016. And also when we just conducted the AGM at MSRMI Institute of Technology last year. It was such a memorable experience to have all of you there at the Institute. I also had great mentors away from my academic career, like Sri Talam Venkatesh sir, who is our first alumni at MSRMI Institute of Technology. And I learned a lot from that gentleman who also treated on a particular platform all men and women equal. You are recognized only because of your talents, whether it is a talent in leadership qualities, administration, or the technical capabilities. Once again, I wish to tell, we feel very blessed, empowered, and have to thank the Almighty for bringing all of us together. My idea of choosing a challenge with responsibility is to definitely make a difference, at least to some lives. One thing I observed during the COVID time is the mental well-being of people. So there are very few people who come out with talking very verbally about this mental well-being. And I also appreciate my mentors here, especially Deepashana Madam, who's been insisting so much on physical as well as mental health, because when you're physically fit, definitely, I suppose, it somehow proportionally shows up in the mental well-being. So I'm just to tell this evening that I am available for any type of help and service I can offer to anyone in my own capacity around, whether it is technical help or talking about human values or contributing as a service to IEEE, I'm available. So I need to make this very loud that people can reach out to me if they are in need of any help which I can give them. With this few words to just share with all of you, I wish all the people around here a very good 2021 with peace, happiness, and well-being with all of us. And I wish all women out there to just hang on. If you require something, or if you wish to achieve something, believe me, the whole of the universe will come across to support you to achieve it. But you must be very steady in your mind that you just want it at any cost. But always remember that when you try to do something to the society, it will definitely come back to you in one way or the other. Probably it might be a little late, but you do not even know that it's already coming back to you as good vibrations. So if I can make an impact to the life of my students around by doing something as a volunteer, then my job is done. Thank you one and all for just putting me together this evening. And I'm so happy to share this particular call with all the reputed people around the world, as well as people who have been with me and supporting me to carry on my thoughts with whether it's IEEE or whether it is my technical contents. Thank you one and all.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for sharing your experience and giving inspirational words. So thank you once again, ma'am. So our next special guest, Miss Divya MG. She was a WIE chair in the year 2019. So I request Divya ma'am to share her experience in IEEE WIE as a IEEE volunteer and her journey from her working as a scientist and working as a IEEE volunteer. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor Shrikant. Good evening, all. See, I sincerely thank Bindu Madhava sir and the whole section EXICOM member for this warm wishes. Also, I would like to share few, I listened to Dr. Lakshmi and Deepa ma'am, Shujata and Annapurna, and I'm in line with them. So I don't want to repeat after listening to them. I changed my talk slightly. I thought I will confine my journey also something similar to that, whatever they share. I mean, I endorsing whatever they shared. I also have learned a lot from being a part of this IEEE community and IEEE Women in Engineering Affinity Group community. So I thought I will confine my talk experience mainly to 2019 when I was WIE Affinity Group chair, and I'll try to share few issues which I've come across. So during my tenure as a WI chair during 2019, when I took over as a chair, nothing new I did. Everything was in place at WI Affinity Group. Okay, but certain things I did slightly different way. So that is my perspective. And the few key issues which I could face because that 2019 was arranging finance was a bit tough, and clarity on the budget was not there. Second issue is reaching the women in engineering members. in the sense all the activities, initiatives, and possible opportunities for the members should reach all the we members. This was the one issue. And the third issue is team building, in the sense inviting the right passionate people for a particular activity who have time. This was challenging, and of course is challenging now also. And the fourth challenge I faced was networking meeting with eminent at the Government of India and the Government of Karnataka, which I couldn't take it up then later also because of pandemic. Myself and Dr. Sadhana also couldn't take it forward. Let us see with the Bindu Madhav's help if we can do in the next half of this year. And one more last issue we faced is community service. Okay, in the sense reaching government and government schools and municipal schools. Okay, after reaching, I mean, in order to execute this, how to initiate, how much money is required for the camp, and when we go, what we should do and what we should talk. These are the few key. I mean, I just want to bring to the fore that these are issues we faced. So how did I mitigate? Only with the excellent team of 25 members during that EXICOM 2019. All these issues was handled very systematically with all the quality in place. Finally, what is WI for me? Okay, it is like that IEEE Bangalore section is a platform where I can participate, I can contribute, I can enhance my leadership skill, I can share my leadership skill and style, I can mentor and get a mentor for my exact need. With this, I conclude my talk, and I would like to thank a couple of people who made me stronger, who made me better, who made me to get many awards. Who made me to get appreciation. I would like to thank Dr. Deepa Shane, who stood with me throughout and respected me always in all the execution. Thank you, ma'am. I want to openly appreciate you and your support always. And also,
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much.
No, many initiatives I would have got award, but basically you are behind that, man. Okay, I would like to also thank Dr. Kumudini, Jayasudha, Vijaya Lakshmi, Pushpamala from Jayananda Sakari Second, cute Ashwinis, and Abhishek Appaji, Usharani from RV College, Suraj Revan from HPC, Reena Mamgen from LRD, Soma Pandey, Kamit Kumar Mishra, Sudhindra Kaushik, Pushpa, Sandhya, like whatever, everybody, and their pastures, I don't have to take them anyway, they were with us. So, what I'm trying to say is that I give more importance on the teamwork, and the team was with us always, and who directly contributed in order to make things better and to get the largest affinity group award in 2019. Thank you, one and all. Thanks for all your wishes and this warm arrangement also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for sharing your experience and inspirational words. So our next special guest, Ms. Sadhna Attawar. She was a WIE chair in the year 2020, that is last year. And recently she has taken a new responsibility at VITM as a director. So ma'am, over to you. Sadhna ma'am.
Mic is muted.
Sadhna ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Audible. Yeah.
Now it's audible, I think. Yeah, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Bindu Madhav sir for organizing this event. It was so thoughtful and kind of him and the entire Bangalore section team, and especially the male members, for taking time off their busy schedule and arranging this event. That was very kind of you, and I'm really touched by because of that, though I'm extremely tired. This is the fourth event I'm attending, but I thought I should attend this event also. Then coming to my journey in IEEE, I started in 2013 when Hitesh Mehta was there, and then Mr. Ravikiran was there. Under his leadership, we were able to do a lot of things together. Especially, I was a WA member from the beginning. Yeah, but I was also a part of the educational activities team, and Prashant Mishra is already there. We used to do that app development course on Android that was introduced for the first time for girl students. We have to inspire the girls also. That was a very nice moment for me. And also we did the DLT program along with the India office. We used to get a lot of eminent speakers in physical mode, not in virtual mode. So even in my professional front also it was useful. We were using the museum as a platform for arranging these talks. And 2016 was under the leadership of Professor Hari. I was able to do one unique contest because for sign bee contest. That was, I felt it was really unique in the sense we taught sign language to normal children. We made them tell a story using sign language. That was a different thing which I got an opportunity to do such things because of IEEE. And as in 2016 also we did this global summit, as already Dr. Shujata has told. That was the WA team was not so strong or not so big. It was a really thoroughly enjoyed the work of conducting the global summit, as well as Art in 50 years with Professor Hari, as well as Professor Das was also part of it. Then in 2017, I continued as Educational Activities Chair, and I was with WA as Secretary and Treasurer and Execom member from the beginning. And 2018 and 19, I took up the role of a treasurer. That I really didn't want to do it, but it was a different experience and a different ball game. And that job also, I think I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I learned a lot of things about finance, accounts, and balance sheet. It is very useful for me. And so IEEE, and they can give a lot of training also as a treasurer. So I learned a lot by being a treasurer, and I also enjoyed the role of a treasurer also. Then in 2020, I took up the role of WA chair, and some 3 things which we were able to do differently was, one is the Ada Lovelace Day Hackathon, to develop a code to generate a poem. That was a totally different thing, and thoroughly enjoyed with the WA team of 2020, especially Jesudha, Ashwini, and then Dr. Annapurna, and the whole entire WA team was very good. And also we were able to do some AI-based dance for the Global Summit last year. That was something unique, and we used to meet almost every day at 9:30 to 11:30. We used to sit for doing that program. Where Bindu Thomas, Jesudha, Vijayalakshmi, myself, and Reena from DRDO. That was a unique experience. So WAE was like a family, and my association with the WA started with Dr. Lakshmi and Dr. Dipashana. They were the mentors. And now we have become like one big family, and we can call them anytime, even for these things. So I will not forget the association with Dr. Dipashana and Dr. Lakshmi. And then I now I am the Humanitarian Technology Activities Chair in India Council. That's again totally a different ball game. You have to interact with the other sections, and that is also a different thing. So IEEE I've learned a lot from IEEE. I'm really thankful to IEEE. It helps you in networking. It helps you talk a little more bold. It makes you confident. You get a lot of friends, and it is like another family you can depend on. Anything you want, you can call the people, and you can get things done. And coming to my career front, I think I started my career in Calcutta, and then I came to Bangalore, again went to Calcutta, and again second time in Bangalore. And recently I've taken over as director of Visvesvaraya Industrial and Technological Museum. After 55 years of the museum is started, first time a woman is becoming a director, and also I'm the first lady to become a director in our in the whole of India, also in all the other science museums also. So that was a unique opportunity I got, though it is. So now I have the role of our museum is a southern headquarters, so I'll have to coordinate the programs of all the southern zones also. So I would like to take associate with IEEE more, and let's see whether the museum can help or IEEE can help the museum in both ways. We can collaborate, and we can do better programs. And for all the, and generally we after 110 years also there are very few women on the top. Though at the engineering college there are 50-50, maybe in a class 50 boys and 50 girls. But when it comes to the top level, there are very few women. So still a lot has to be done. And IEEE Bangalore section is doing an excellent thing by having the first woman chair. Dr. Deepa Shana will be taking up, and Bangalore section is giving importance, and the lot of EXICOM members are women. That is a excellent thing. So I would like to thank all the past chairs of Bangalore section and also past chairs of WE also for having given me this opportunity to work with the IEEE. Thoroughly, I'm enjoying my journey in IEEE. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am, for sharing your experience in Bangalore section as a WIE, as a treasurer, then now in India Council. So we are also inspired by your this journey. So definitely we'll also take such kind of volunteering activities at different position, and will contribute to the society. Thank you, ma'am. So now I request Chengappa sir. We missed Deepa ma'am this memento. So can you please display? Thank you once again, ma'am, for your experience and inspirational words. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Okay, now I request, yeah. So now I request Prashant Mishra sir to share or address our past WI chairs and all our EXICOM members. Over to you, sir. Prashant Mishra sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shrikant. No, I have nothing much to say. I think this is a special event for women in engineering, and especially for women leaders and women members of IEEE Bangalore section. I can only add to the enthusiasm that all people have shown here to say that I have the opportunity to work with all women leaders that are being showcased today. I personally know them, and this is something I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart, that I've learned something new from each of them. I admire certain skills in each of the women leaders that I've worked with. It will be unfair to take names here, but I'll tell you, whether it is Lakshmi madam or Deepa madam or Shujata madam or Annapurna Patil madam or Divya madam or Sadhana madam, there are a lot of good takeaway points that I have taken back with me, and these are something that I use and adhere to in my professional as well as my personal life. And just to conclude my address here, I would like to say that I am always willing to help in any possible way that I can, and I'm sure IEEE Bangalore section and other members of the EXCOM and the member base at large will go to great heights to support whatever initiatives that you take, and you will always have us as supporting in various roles that you may achieve in the future. So thank you, and congratulations to all of you again. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. So Naveen sir, are you available? Naveen sir or Chandrakant sir? Okay, so now I request once again our Bangalore section chair Bindu Madhav sir. Over to you, sir. You can make a closing remark, or if any other things supposed to be announced, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good. Actually, I think it turned out to be better than whatever I thought to be, sort of a scenario. Last week, we started this discussion only between myself, Prashant, and Shrikant. And Raghavendra Prasad and Chengappa was included in between. So we thought that we should make this particular thing happen. And like I was telling in my initial discussion itself, when I took over, we have got a good profiled people in our EXICOM. So we need not look for anybody from outside. We should be sort of taking our people and projecting them. With that particular thing background, I started 1 week back, and then all of a sudden Saturday, I thought that, okay, why don't we get a person, at least who can motivate all of us, because we have reached something. So let's look at higher than us, somebody who's there and who can give some sort of a tips so that we can follow. So Saturday I started hunting as usual. In CDAC also last year when I was doing, I was just hunting a similar thing. So I thought that this lady who has achieved so much, like she mentioned very clearly, she's a soldier, she's a doctor also. Okay, and the achievement she has got is very high. One. Second thing is, like always I say that people in service, if their blessings are there, it goes to a different level. So she's in service and she's active. So I thought that she is apt to sort of address it. So that's how I was behind, even though Saturday it was sort of a flop show. But subsequently, I put my colleague, Shrikant, made sure that he is behind every day. I think he was messaging and trying to get some something at least. Then finally, I told, at least, why don't you address 10 minutes? So whatever 10 minutes you give between 7 to 8, that's what is the slot what I told. And it was nice of her, because I felt that the way she spoke 10 minutes, like everybody mentioned, there was a lot of things which we can attribute. How technology can be used for humanitarian. Especially, I was trying to connect to our HTC sort of scenario. And she very clearly told transformation from I to we. So illness to wellness is a big transformation. So I think with these words from her, and then subsequently, it was so good that listening from all our past chairs of we, because I know how difficult it is to sort of spend time, and the success what I have seen in we myself, I think it is a phenomenal growth. Without their contributions, it would have not grown like that. And I think she was also mentioning, the chief guest also mentioning, the people who are not sort of looked at or sort of not thought of after the positions are over is teachers, volunteers, and doctors. So I felt that this we, or the Women's Day scenario, should be a remembrance forever. So that's what I thought it should be given to all of our leaders of we. So I think it was a good program, and I would like to thank Shrikant, Chengappa, and Raghavendra Prasad for, I think it was basically a good teamwork, a small teamwork. So we wanted to give surprise. So that's why we operated in a small team. And only person whom I discussed, because it was important, Prashant has to be informed, otherwise he'll not give money, right? So I wanted to keep him in loop on a lighter sense. So only thing is these plates are available with me. So I'll try to sort of distribute once in some occasion wherever I'm able to meet people. So with this particular thing, I thank all of you for being present, and hope you all enjoyed. That is the only thing is what I'm trying to sort of.
Definitely we enjoyed.
Yes, sir. It was a pleasure and honor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bindu Madhavan, sir.
So that's the only thing what I wanted to conclude. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So hope to see more contributions. Like Lakshmi Madam was telling, she took my name also, and she told, forcing. Only thing is, I want to see more technical events and more impactful events.
Yes.
That
We
is
will
all.
do it. This year we will do it.
And it should be different.
Yes.
It should be remembered, because normally I am known for that particular thing in my circle. Never my events are repeatable, sort of thing. So we set a different benchmark. So
Yes.
I think with all your support, I'm guarantee that we'll keep a higher benchmark for the next Exicon. So that's thank you and good night.
Good night. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Night. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.